Hello and welcome to Tony's Timepiece Review, episode number 5. Today's date is Friday, January 27th, 2017, and today we are going to be reviewing the Maurice Lacroix Masterpiece with a power reserve. And my producer over there is Uku, and I'm sure she's going to try to get involved with the show like she does every episode, but you just haven't seen her yet. So, okay, so we're going to start with this. This is the Maurice Lacroix Masterpiece with a power reserve. Okay, this is not my watch. This belongs to a guy named Joe. Hey, Joe, where are you going with that gun in your hand? And I've never met him, so how do I have Joe's watch? Well, I'll tell you. I'm a friend of his wife, Marissa. That's her name. No, and don't be thinking that stuff. We're friends, all right? I help her out. I helped her purchase this watch for her husband. I think it was for his birthday, and I don't think she could have gotten him a better present, to be honest with you. The Maurice Lacroix brand in itself, relatively new. I think late 70s. Early 80s, and for me, with a brand, again, I've said this before, that the things that I like about certain brands are their heritage, their history, and if they're a manufacturer. Well, Maurice Lacroix is a manufacturer, meaning they make their own movements. They also modify other movements to fit in their watch. So let's start with this. This is a 40 millimeter case. Let's see if I can get it. I know my camera sucks, and I say this every episode, so just pretend you're watching this and you don't have your reading glasses on, and then you'll see it as how you are. 40 millimeter case, stainless steel, and it's polished stainless steel around the bezel and on the lugs. On the side, it's brushed stainless steel. The case is a 40 millimeter case, and it's about 13 millimeters in thickness. Okay, this doesn't come from their Pontos line or their Le Classique line. It's kind of in between the two. The beautiful thing about this watch is it's super classy. It's a nice dress watch that you can also wear casually. It has a sapphire crystal on both sides, so if you look, okay, sapphire back, sapphire front, has a single deployment buckle, dual push button. So that's how it opens, okay. This watch has a 42-hour power reserve, which is impressive, actually, which means when it's fully wound, you can take it off, and it should remain winding, or it should remain running for 42 hours. Cool thing about a power reserve, it has that subdial right here. That's a subdial, and it's kind of like a gas gauge in your car. It basically tells you how much power is left before you need to wind it or wear it. Okay, so if you look, you'll see kind of where it is. I'm sorry about the glare. Okay, so that if I wind it, it's got a beautiful wind. It has a beautiful feel to it. Then you'll see, as I've wound it, sorry. You see how that gauge has moved? It's almost full. And then it'll continue like that. It's got a guilloche dial, and what that means is and again, since it's so hard to see, you can kind of see some of the texturing within the center of that dial. It's a pattern, and that's all hand done. Everything's done by hand on this. This is fully handmade. And Masterpiece, again, collection is Maurice Lacroix's highest level of craftsmanship in their watches. Retail price on this it's over $3,000. I think it's close to $4,000, and you can get it cheaper depending on where you shop, but worth every penny. And again, it's all hand done. I mean, I'm not doing any justice with my camera. And then also on the back, let me open this thing up. you'll see, we'll try to see, it has what's called the Côte de Genève, okay, which is the decoration on the rotor. It's those lines, they're called Geneva waves. That's all hand done. And also within the movement, it's got Geneva waves. Sapphire crystal with anti-reflective, oh man, what was it called? Fuck, dude. It's that watch that does that shit that you don't fucking, you know, whatever. It's got anti-reflective coating on the crystal. I think on both sides on this. Sometimes anti-reflective coating is only on one side, and that's just to help with glare. So if you put the watch on and you wear it and the light bounces off, you'll see like a blue sort of, it makes it a little bit more mild instead of being glary in your face. And I'm using a lot of hand gestures. I don't know why. The Roman numerals on this, they're all hand applied. It's all done by hand. And again, it's a beautiful piece. Now, Marissa doesn't know how to change the date on this. So I'm going to give you a little education here. It's not too hard. All right. So you just pull the crown out one pole. If you pull it out one pole and then rotate counterclockwise, you will be able to change the date. Simple enough. But also, having said that, depending on the hours of the day, like say for instance it hasn't been worn and say you didn't run the power reserve and it ran down, and say it's between 8 o'clock at night and 3 or 4 in the morning, then don't change the date. That's like the no-no hours, meaning that that's when the date is engaged, and if you try to change it, you can break a gear. So your always best bet is to put the watch at about a 6 o'clock position, change the date. That's what I do when I run my when I don't when I have a watch that hasn't been worn in a while. Let's put it on the wrist. And it's beautiful. I mean, it's a great everyday piece. I mean, I've said this before, you don't need to wear it with a suit and tie. You can wear it with a t-shirt, jeans, and shorts. I don't know what the water resistance is. I think probably 50 meters. About 150 feet, something like that, 160 feet, whatever that is. But overall, it's a beautiful watch, you know? I mean, it's again, their masterpiece collection, and you can't go wrong. I mean, the strap, I don't think it's alligator. I think it's just their regular leather strap. I don't think it says anything on the strap, but I don't have my reading glasses on, so I couldn't tell you. I can't read. So I'm looking at this watch probably how you're looking at it, like this. I can't really see it, you know, but again, beautiful watch. So Joe, your wife did you good, man. She bought you something very awesome, very beautiful. I hope you get a lot of enjoyment out of it. And I got a lot of enjoyment out of doing this review. I appreciate you letting me borrow this for this review. And other than that, man, let's do the beer thing like I always do. You know what? And since Uku, my producer, is sulking and moping, let's do this.
Hi there, Uku. Look at you. Look. No, you see?
That's Uku. Okay. So now you know who the producer of the show is. She's the head of the household, too. All right, Miller Lite in a Chimney Sweep Lounge beer cozy. Chimney Sweep Lounge in Sherman Oaks. A little plug there. All right, peace out. Cheers.